I have to tell you, the first time I was introduced to McCoy, I immediately thought of the power it would have in helping people do a career transition. I've been working with people for many years on career transitions, and the number one challenge that they face is signaling. So I want you to think about it this way. Imagine you were going on the highway 100 miles an hour and you wanted to switch lanes. You wouldn't just swerve into the next lane. You would look around and you would turn on your blinker and then you would move over carefully. Well, believe it or not, the same thing happens when people want to change careers. Oftentimes they just decide and they start applying like crazy and getting constant rejections. And that's because they didn't signal to employers the reason for their change. So this is an opportunity to use the McCoy Reel to explain these things. And there are 2 reels that I would have you do to help with that. So the first reel that you want to do is walk them through the decision and the transition from one career to another. That is never going to translate on a text-based resume or a text-based profile. But here on a reel, you can tell them the story of what was the aha moment. What made you decide to move in this direction? What is that deep motivation? There's a story behind that, and that powerful story is going to convince them that yes, in fact, it does make sense for you to move into this career. The second reel that I would do is about your transferable skills. Once again, a text-based resume or profile is not going to show them how the skills that you acquired in this first career could now be translated and used effectively in this new career. You're going to have to break that down for them and explain it. And a video that talks you through the translation of those skills from one career to another is what's going to help them understand that, especially coming from you. Now, once you do reels like this, it's going to get you into that zone of helping them understand and validate. You know, I always talk about evidence-based hiring and how employers are looking for that evidence. Well, you're providing it to them with these 2 reels. But from there, you can really expand upon your reels. Tell them about why them. Do a third reel on why a job specifically with them is the ideal place for you to make this career transition, and give them a lot of facts to back that up. Once you do this, you're going to help them see that you really are the great candidate for the job. And in spite of not having that traditional background that they were initially looking for, that you are actually bringing a lot of upside and could be the ideal candidate for the position.